Madam Deputy Speaker, to break the cycle of austerity, we need a fair and a sustainable tax system, one that generates revenues to fund the public services that we all use and supports investment to grow our economy. That does mean that today I am asking everyone to make a contribution.
Chancellor Rachel Reeves has just delivered the autumn budget. Her second major fiscal blueprint, £1 billion plan aimed at steadying the economic ship after last year's tax hikes. Amid cheers for NHS boosts and housing funds are disappointing details for many, including frozen farm subsidies, inheritance tax tweaks that could force sales of family farm holdings.
It looks like UK agriculture will come to an end in a single generation with all the issues it's facing. Inheritance tax, lack of support from the banks, abuse of power from supermarkets, the political, there's no support from government. Beyond, it's not a lack of support from government, we're under attack from government.
Farmers are warning of a rural crisis that risks food security.
I think the government will only listen until there's no food left in the country. Then they'll realise they had a problem.
We produce around half the food that we eat in an island nation. During 2 world wars, the country was nearly starved. After the Second World War, there was rationing in this country for 9 years. We need to have a strong, sustainable food supply for security for the nation, for all the people, for all the population. To me, nothing would create more civil unrest than hunger. It's a staple, it's the most basic of needs, is food, water, healthcare.
They're putting 20% on farmers that are over £1 million. Well, all farms are £1 million pretty much. And it's just not bearable for farmers. What they're basically saying is farmers can't afford to die.
It's put every farm in this country at risk. It is a massive act of national self-harm and is damaging people like you up and down the country who get up early in the morning, who work hard, who do the right thing. You're the people we should be helping. You're the people we should be supporting, but this Labour government is attacking you. Well, all I can promise in opposition is this. Firstly, at every opportunity, I will vote against this wretched family farm tax.
The Waspies have been left disappointed once again.
We're here for every budget statement to remind them in the place over there that we're not going away. We've had a decade of determined campaigning and we're going to see this through until we get justice.
Jacob Rees-Mogg has said that the Waspies don't deserve compensation based... Oh, speaking of Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Speak of the devil. Perfect timing.
There are many ways in which the government can waste taxpayers' money. There are grandiose schemes, there are scandals, there's fraud, all sorts of things go wrong. And then there's some deliberate, wasteful expenditure. And it's hard to think of a case that would be worse than giving money to the Waspie women. The women who say that they knew nothing about their retirement age going up from 60 to 65.
So Jacob Rees-Mogg says that you don't deserve compensation based on the fact that there was plenty of time given to the Waspies. What do you say to him?
Well, I would say to Mr. Rees-Mogg that the Ombudsman conducted a 6-year investigation, a more thorough investigation with more knowledge, we would suggest, than Mr. Rees-Mogg. So we would rather listen to the Ombudsman than to somebody whose life experience doesn't really match our own and who really doesn't understand the issues involved.